Hello, my name is Lynne Barletta, and I'm the founder of Visionary School of Arts. And this young lady sitting here with me is a very well-known student of Visionary School of Arts, Abigail Afong. Abby, tell us how long you've been at Visionary. When did you start? What age were you?
Yeah, so when I started at Visionary, I was 7 years old, and I was very, very shy. Yes. And I came in, my first lesson was actually with Miss Alicia, who's a teacher here, and we did a private lesson. And I was so very shy, I barely talked, but I had all of this passion to pour into art. And so I kept coming back for lessons, and over the years, I kind of came out of my shell, just working and being in the studio, and then I started volunteering and teaching kids, and that's when I really broke out of my shell. I just found so much purpose in working with kids, and I didn't feel nervous or anxious when I was working with the kids.
You know what, I love this about her. So not only is she a prolific artist, and she's downplaying her art just a little bit, because she's won countless awards, and she was featured on the cover of the Treasure Coast News. Remember, for your airplane painting?
Yes.
That was for the air show. And she won Volunteer of the Year. She has put countless hours in, but also given her paintings up for auction over the years for different causes and raised thousands of dollars for other people, and also for scholarships here at Visionary for other students. And it's such a wonderful thing. So what I want to ask you, Abigail, is what has art meant to you? And then we're going to talk about what you're doing with your life now, how far you've come. And, you know, she comes back every summer from college, and she works here. She volunteers here, and she is one of our on-staff teachers here when she comes back. So she is a wonderful, wonderful asset that continues like legacy, just turning over and over to come back and to keep giving back to Visionary. So Abigail has starred in many of our Power of Art video courses. She's amazing.
And now we are done, so let's go ahead and talk about penguins. So we have a positive affirmation about our penguins today, but before we talk about our positive affirmation, I want to give you a few fun facts about penguins. So emperor penguins carry their eggs in their feet, so they have to waddle around with their eggs in their feet. And penguins are also the deepest divers and the fastest swimmers. Penguins can also hold their breath for 20 minutes, so how long can you hold your breath in the pool? I want you to try that out. And then penguins are super funny, and they slide on their bellies on the ice. Most importantly, penguins are loyal to their partners. They are faithful to their mate for life. So that means that whoever your penguins are buddies with, they stay with them for life. These penguins are partners for life, like a husband and wife. So today we are going to be talking about how penguins are faithful. So like penguins, we can be faithful to our friends, faithful to our country, faithful to our school. Now, if someone does something wrong, that does not mean that we have to be faithful to their bad actions. So if your friend is doing something wrong and you're faithful to your friend, confront your friend and help them be better. Ready? We are going to say it together. I will be faithful. We will see you next week.
So tell us how art plays into who you are as you grew up. What did it mean to you?
Yeah, so I think for me, art gives me my voice, not only for myself, but also for others. So I have absolutely loved serving any community I'm in, whether that's here in Stewart or in Gainesville, where I go to college at the University of Florida. It gives me a voice to give back to others, and that's the most important thing for me about being creative and being an artist.
So tell me what you're going to do with your life. What are your goals? What are you studying for? And what are you currently doing?
So currently, I'm in Gainesville at the University of Florida studying biology. I'm about to go into my senior year, and I'm on the pre-medical track, so I will be pursuing medical school after I graduate. And I'm not sure exactly what specialty I would like to go into, but I have really been considering pediatrics, especially with all of my work with children.
I'm getting chills.
Yeah. And when I'm not in my classes, I'm usually at the hospital volunteering with the Shands Arts and Medicine.
So the art, we found that working with trafficked children or working with abused children or at-risk children, or really any child that's been through trauma, that art helps to heal that trauma. Have you found that to be true?
Yes, I've definitely found that to be true. And with all age levels, I work with kids, but I also work with adults in the hospital whenever the kids are asleep or maybe someone got released right when I went in to go and work with them. There's always turnover in the hospital, but even when I work with the adults, they always break out of their shell when they're creating, and it's beautiful to see because people feel empowered by art.
It's so true. They start to tell you their heart, their story, and that's what we find with trafficked children. They all of a sudden are pouring out what has happened to them and describing that whole mess in detail, but they needed to do that as part of their healing. So art was the conduit, it was the vehicle. And what I love about you, Abigail, is you're still using your art.
Yeah.
And I think even as a doctor, you're going to be the most creative doctor out there, because how many doctors have this kind of background and have this kind of creativity that's been downloaded into them?
Definitely.
And you're still giving back.
Yeah.
Here you are at the hospital giving back. And that was something we taught you here at Visionary.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. And the leadership and public speaking and being able to get out there and talk to people about your art and then having a message. Art with a message that's powerful, that's positive, that brings life and builds people up.
Yeah, I really think my experience at Visionary just fueled my love for community service. I mean, even besides the hospital, I do a lot of community work in Gainesville, especially through my sorority. We do 2 philanthropies, and I actually am the head chair. So we work with Girl Scouts of America and Prevent Child Abuse America.
That is amazing. And I remember she got involved with her human trafficking club at Genesee Beach High School. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And that was while she was still here at Visionary. So our kids just give back and they get involved, or they start their own nonprofits. So I'm very proud of you, Abigail. Just incredibly proud. Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell us about how your skills as an artist would integrate into being a doctor or a surgeon.
Right. So I'm also currently working under a physician at a private practice in Gainesville, and she's noticed when I'm assisting her on procedures or surgeries that I have great attention to detail. And I definitely owe all of that to my experience training at Visionary. So
Oh, that just makes my heart beat harder. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. I want you to be my doctor.
I would love to be your doctor.
That's just awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the other things that you do also now that still is integrating this creativity and this art that was downloaded into you as a child.
Yeah, so especially when we started working with helping victims of human trafficking, I felt very inspired to empower other women, and in college I actually founded an organization that focuses on empowering women who are pursuing careers in healthcare. Wow. So not only women who are pursuing careers as a physician, but also nurses, and everything sort of under the healthcare branch. So
that is wonderful.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing about being in healthcare is you're bringing a component of creativity and being in the right side of your brain, and then helping others to get into that side of their brain, because the healing process takes place there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well, thank you, Abby, for everything you do. I'm so, so proud of you.
Thank you, Miss Lynne.
Oh,
I wouldn't be here without you.
I just love her.
I wouldn't be here without her today, so I owe everything to Visionary.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.